Go ahead and get started. Sorry for the delay, but yeah, anyway. Any comments on the previous meeting minutes? If not, safety, security, adjacent project issues. I'll just go on record. I appreciate all the work that Heron and Wilkerson did addressing the situation at the cul-de-sac of East Middleton. Everything looked good from the photos I'd seen.
Says, yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, there are. Oh, right there.
But anything else going on at the site? Safety, security, no issues? Okay, beyond that?
One thing, Greg told me about, whenever we're putting those signs up, work ahead or whatever, safety signs or whatever, they're going to leave them there. Come down at the end of the day, make sure. I know Autry has left them up a couple times. Just want to make sure they put them back down. Day to day training. Yeah.
Okay. Work over the last 30 days? Hand up. Yep.
Handed out, Bill, and I hope you know that you guys.
You did.
Yep.
Western. Yep.
Okay. Real quickly, last week, when we say we installed roof and we dried it, we had the roof to dry in. They've got metal on order. It's supposed to be there Thursday. They have to bend all that. So they'll finish, they'll start pitch, starting late this week and move on. For the odor control equipment pads, that's at both sides. All four. For the electrical pad, they're on East Middleton. For both gym crane pads, one at each side. Installed the bollards there at East Middleton. Area of electrical pad. Installed underground FRP at both sides. Again, installed, well, basically we have installed them. I think they got a 40. That's just they're routed to that. Okay, so we're basically done for that. Dunright completed the wet well coating at both sides. Electricians completed duct bank and under at East Middleton. Wilkerson completed the East Middleton force main. Continued work on the top combined force main, and then also worked on the Gilpin gravity sewer. Basically, they're to the when they say gravity sewer and water running it kind of current parallel.
Mm-hmm.
They're to the creek crossing. They're in the middle, right in the middle.
Okay. And then for Dunright, it's tomorrow that they're going to be?
I still haven't got full confirmation on it, but it should be Thursday morning. To, meet y'all's best schedule.
Okay, then 9 a.m.
I believe so, but Tyler's supposed to get back with me this afternoon.
Okay. All right. Yeah, just let us know whenever you find out.
And just for your guys' information, PPG will send someone different than Stephen York. Stephen just went to work with Dunright.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be somebody else. Even though he's probably going to be the most knowledgeable guy for it.
Okay.
In the output.
That happened recently, I'm assuming.
Wasn't he out on site? You were meeting. What was his name again?
Stephen York.
Stephen York.
He was the PPG rep, and he has now since went with Dunright. So basically, it's like grocery store hiring the folks.
Yeah.
But anyway, so, but they'll have somebody else. They work.
Okay. And work for next 30 days.
Okay. On that list, it says set odor control equipment. Specifically, it's the electric system that we're talking about getting installed. The tanks are there. but they're going to be starting on that soon. The final block cleaning at the valve electrical building, in and under, and duct banks at JP. Foreman for that says foreman for the generator pads. I doubt that. I'd say more likely would be roughing in under the generator pad. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Wilkerson will complete the combined force main, make the Joe P. Gravity line creek crossing, and likely start on the Joe P. Ford.
Okay.
There's something. We will finish the backfill between at Joe P. between the pump station and the building.
Mm-hmm.
The roofer will finish. There's a lot. The roofer should finish up. The painter will he will do the block filler and the painting of the interior of the pump station and the valve building.
Okay.
Right. Start the electrical that's this week. And then next week we will electrical building. No, not the pumping.
No, I just in the pump piping. Now you got your sleeves.
No, we are still waiting on some parts and pieces there. And the housekeeping and the pads for the outside air conditioning stuff. The HVAC guy wants to come in and get on his work.
Okay. And so then the combined, so East Middleton, West, the crossing at East Line, that's going to be done?
Yes, so, Autry is looking to start that next week.
Okay.
We think we're going to get part of it.
Out there, just utilizing rain collectors.
Okay.
I've already let Mr. Shiplet know that we were going to do the rain collectors and he's fine. Is that he's looking to when might that occur? Probably sorry, next week. Our goal is to get a lot of utilities. Will you then cut across East Middleton? Well, is it following week? I'm trying to get an idea. It'll be most likely the end of the following week. Still got quite a bit of stuff to parallel. We'll give you as much heads up there and make you communicate with the homeowners. Okay. Especially
Yeah. Yeah. And then as far as once that work gets done, Corey, how soon can we get paving down, do you think?
we'll come in.
Okay. Okay.
It gets us in that line.
Okay. And then you'll get the East Line, the end of East Middleton and the cul-de-sac at East Middleton. I mean, that's really the only place where you've cut up the pavement, right? But no, but that they've done so far.
Yeah, those are some pockets.
Okay.
Yeah, those are like 4 years in.
Yeah, because just I mean there is, and again the whole thing with Ms. Horton does just kind of raise the issue. I mean there is some language in the specs about once you've cut the pavement there is it's like put down finished paving I think within 3 months or something like that, and I know we're kind of at that point for East Middleton, but yeah, we do want to just make sure that that as soon as it makes sense that we do get the paving in, just and I know it's kind of bits and pieces. It's not like a huge paving project, but when
We'll probably get it. So, start August 10th. If we get that road was done.
yeah,
That Monday, that would be great. August 10th. That sounds like it should line up. That's usually early August. Just think about maybe up on the streets of July. Great.
And then just with the crossings and stuff coming up, I know we've been discussing the 2-week look aheads. If we could just get those on Monday morning as best as possible, so we can keep you guys informed.
Just call me.
Last word on Tuesday for the next week.
And then I'm sorry, and then Corey, as far as staffing on your pipeline, so it's still going to be, you're still going to be running 2 crews for the foreseeable future, Autry and okay.
What's the plan once the crew on Joe P finishes that? So Autry's going to keep working up East Lyon. Once they cross, they're going to keep working along East Lyon.
East Lyon Station Road.
Okay, so after they cross East Lyon and East Middleton, they're going to stop there, go back to Joe P, and work back the other way.
Work, okay, to force me.
And then when
okay.
the second crew wraps up on the gravity line, what are they getting?
I don't like to get them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What does the schedule look like for wrapping up for that other crew, wrapping up the Joe P section? Just roughly. A month? Okay.
Do you expect, or you don't know, that the Autry will start the new Joe section across the road, and then Chris will probably go back to the line where that needs to hang back for you? Is that what you
That would
expect?
be my choice.
Okay.
Right. I got a question for you. When they get the water line done, are they going to make the connection at that point? I mean, we know we can't do the sewer line until everything's done. The question was, is are we going to be able to get water supply to the site? Yeah. When you get the water line, yep, we'll do all our testing and pressure testing and
But you expect to keep 2 crews on throughout. Okay. It's just a matter of where they'll be.
when they start getting close to each other, a majority of the job. Who's doing your pay? Still performing for work yourself. Oh, you guys.
Yeah, and one other thing, and kind of tagging on what Greg was mentioning, I don't know. I know it's still a ways down the way, but when it comes time to do the pump testing and stuff like that at each of the lift stations, we are going to need to make sure we got a good source of water, just to plan for where the water's coming from that we're going to be testing with, where it's going to be going to, recycling, all that kind of stuff. So, you probably, like I said, it's still a little ways out, but when the time comes, we just do need to make sure that's always kind of a coordination, finding out how we're going to cycle stuff and test. Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of quit worried about it. We'll get it before we put the plan on.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't know, Josh. But what I think is this year, we'll go ahead and check out everything.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that we take it. Can't put a line that do that. But depending on the distance from the creek, it might make sense to pump water from the creek.
Yeah.
To take a lot.
Yeah.
Of water.
Mhm.
And so I suspect, depending on distance, that may be, but we haven't visited that yet.
Okay.
I think the water.
Okay. All right. And while we're still on the subject, just when it comes time to doing the training, and all that kind of stuff, Joel, Chris, is that we can get everybody we need trained just in one shift, do you think? It's just going to be one training session to get folks out there, and day of the week, time of the day that would work best for getting folks out there for training sessions? Tuesday through Thursday, any time of day? Okay.
It depends on the weather. Theoretically, 8 to 12, something like that.
Okay.
So rainy season,
There's a lot of coordination.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of coordination. There'll be some.
Yeah.
At that time.
Videotape or what?
Because
Training?
in my mind,
Really helpful.
we'll check out everything we can.
Well, no, I'm just saying sometimes
And
it's
then
required
I
that
don't
they
know.
train, so that,
Obviously,
watch.
It's in our stuff.
You guys want
It is in the
to
spec.
yeah,
Okay.
do all training, which is actually in service rather than extract money.
Yeah. I think we want the training to be as practical and hands-on as it can be, rather than just, well, when the time comes, this is what you're going to do to turn the pumps on and off. That kind. Yeah.
Again, but my reaction to the big delay
Mhm.
is that, okay, the big delay being between 1 and 2, is that we come out there, we check out everything, and that's going to be mostly for internal purposes.
Mhm.
Just make sure that, okay, the pumps are doing the factory test. To make sure we're good, we'll do what instrumentation checkouts we can with
Mhm.
water. They can do most all of that in the top bit.
Right.
But we'll do everything that we can. We're not going to call it a startup. We're going to call it a checkout. It's not unlike anything else that's going on.
Mhm.
We'll do all of that just to be sure if we have a problem, let's identify it now because we've got a bunch of things.
Yeah.
But then we'll come back.
Yeah.
When we come back, get it up to the road, then we'll say, okay, it's time to start it up. We'll go through the normal startup stuff. But I suspect as we plan, we'll cover a lot of both here later this year.
Okay.
As a group.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's I know it's ways down the road, but just the startup testing, the training, spare parts turnover, all that kind of stuff. We'll need to work through. So, coordination items. Beyond what we've talked about, anything you guys are looking for from us, from SGWASA? Everything on your end okay? Project schedule, everything's going well on the schedule, it looks like, what I can see. So, yep. DEQ, the erosion sediment control inspection, I think there's been some communication on that. They stopped by, took a look at the site, and
Josh confirmed that everything's been closed out and addressed, so.
Yep.
And they didn't have any issues on their permit. They didn't note any violations. It was just, this is getting a little dirty, overfull, clean it up or something. So.
Yep. Okay. Certified payroll? Anything on that?
Yeah, just a reminder that certified payroll form that, and I can shoot you guys another email on it. The certified payroll form updates, or it expires in August. So after that, we'll need everybody to be on the new form. So I'll shoot you guys another email on that.
You did that, and I forwarded to everyone, but you don't have to.
Yeah, it's probably
not right.
50% of the subs are on the new one anyways. It's just the other 50% that are still using the old one that'll expire in August. But
okay.
Probably remind you again next month. All good. Nothing critical at the moment.
You send it with everybody. Eventually, where about?
Yep.
Middles, RFIs, I think we're in pretty good shape. Any critical ones or anything? I know the lightning protection
I
and
sent that back this morning. Hand holes, I know we still have. That one was noted to be critical. That should be hopefully back soon. But I think that was it for critical ones. We do have the PLC and panels back in our court. There is still some coordination on that related to the backup pump control changes. So I think we were waiting on pricing from the electrician was the last that we had heard about that. Yeah. So that submittal is in our court, but we are still missing some information, I guess, to finish the review and turn it around. So.
Okay. First, speak things about that, but it's thing. You and I talked a couple of days ago. The one of the submittals that we owed back for the windows.
Yes.
And I don't know where we're headed with that. You were going to look at that with your folks.
Yep.
We can talk about that separately.
Okay.
But it's a submittal that will be covered.
Yep. I emailed our architect's just going to look at it today, this afternoon. He said.
Okay. And Bill, basically all that is, it's just bookkeeping thing.
Yep.
And I see both sides of it. The specs are very detailed.
Yep.
Incredible. And basically the 4 windows, and we worked with this company a lot, price glass, but basically he has said, I don't be bothered. I'm going to spend more time at sports trying to jump through all the hoops. I'm not in it. And I'm trying to convince him different than that because they do a good job.
Okay.
And I have no doubt we've already picked the colors, but you guys picked it, of the glass and the frame and all that. And he's not a jerk. He's not. He's just a business person. He says there's just too much.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to change his mind. And Logan's trying to help me with that. But not change his mind to maybe simplify.
Yeah. Okay. Payment applications, actually, pay app 13 went into SGWASA yesterday. I know Rich was on vacation this week, but that will get worked on. Change orders. There was some feedback from USDA on the draft of change order 2. Then I'm still working through some stuff on that. I'll get up with you about that. We might need some stuff from Aaron on that.
And Bill, you sent that to me, or all of us comment a month ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago. Yeah, I'm that far behind.
Yeah.
But I saw feedback from others.
Yeah. It looked good, but Hillary and Brian from USDA looked at it and had some comments to me, and I'll get up with you about that. So.
Some of them, I read their comments.
Yeah.
They're taking a couple things out of context, but we'll.
Yeah, we can work through that. Okay. Other business. Anything else?
We'll be looking for extra time for the missed animal at plus 97.
Okay.
We got to regroup and process some time efforts there, so this will.
Yeah.
We have
312.
some time on the bidding. We had
Did we?
regroup and get miss these.
Yeah, Scott, Chris, Joel, just so you know, like at the end of West Middleton, probably only about 25 feet or so from East Line, they were digging through and there was a man, how deep down was it? Just about, there was about 4 or 6 inches of gravel just over a manhole. So, and Joel, you might have heard about. Yeah. It's just, it was something that wasn't picked up and,
They put stone.
Okay. Okay. So it has, caused Wilkerson to have to, they're kind of jogging. We had to make a slight change in the way the things are piped up there, but, it's always, throws a little bit of a wrench when you're digging along and then find a manhole that you weren't expecting to find. So. Oh, yeah, please, if you could.
It'll be fee just for having to go back, realign everything. Some use 90-degree bend. We have 45-degree bend. That hence a lot of possible work going on, waiting for the that stuff. So it'll be some hours.
Well, there is a payout for pipe. Without those as separate episodes, obviously.
Yeah.
Just the city of Bojack Lake. There is a payout fee to sort through that. So I'm sure you guys can talk about all that, sort of what you can
Yeah.
with that. But I think there may be unit prices that folks deal with.
My biggest thing is that.
Okay. Are they here now or?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good.
Got one. I said one is. But yeah, so we'll see a little. Didn't want it to surprise anybody.
Okay. Anything else?
Something I mentioned to you yesterday. I had not looked at the specs or finish schedule, but the trusses and metal deck. Did you get a chance to look into that?
I looked into it this morning. I could not find anything which specified that it needed to be painted. I reached out to our architect to confirm, and I haven't heard back yet. But
I've got instinct that it's not.
I would
don't
agree.
want to happen is I want to get Josh to tell the painter, take that off, stay the hell away from it. What we're talking about is all the trusses, the decking will be exposed.
inside Joe P. the valve building.
And to me, we want to paint it. And what I'm worried that you get a painter out like that. I don't think it's special. Likely it's not. But what we'll do is go get a painter run wild out there, and next thing you know, he's painting because it looks fantastic. That's just the main decision. Why would you want it? And so I brought it up mainly so Josh could tell the painter stay away from there.
Right. Yeah, should have you an answer on that tomorrow, not later though.
I did see you put together like a whole color schedule for recently, or
Yeah, that was something that
I mean, just
Dan and I had chatted about, just to kind of keep things in line. There's been, throughout the project, we've had, 10 to 12 color selections that we've coordinated on you guys with for windows, doors, paint, and piping and so forth. And so we just wanted to get it all in one place so that there wasn't any, I couldn't find this email. I thought you sent it here. And then, but I sent that to them.
If you did it now, 27 papers, how that turns into 27.
I think you all had a question on the exposed piping for the exterior, the bypass pump connections.
There was a color selection for what's exposed inside the valve.
Yep.
But there was never really being addressed on what's outside the building power. And sometimes people they say, well, it's the same color, or maybe it's different. And we just want to be sure before the paint got started.
Yeah. So the only exposed piping would be like at the bypass pump connections that are above grade. So
dark color of some type, brown, something like that. I mean, I just want everything to kind of match,
You've already picked the color somebody has for inside.
Is that anvil gray, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Sound like a good color.
Okay. All right. Safety yellow. That sounds good.
The monorail plan.
Yep.
Same thing. We can choose that color there.
Yeah, I had asked for a color chart because we don't have any like a color chart to choose from or something, so I can send to them.
What they told us, that color chart that you guys have, can be used for any. That's what they told us.
Okay.
Now, that's what they told us.
Okay.
And I quizzed Wes on that because he talked with them. He said, no, pick the color off of that. No matter which product it is when they'll make that color.
Right.
Now, with that said, keep in mind, and again, don't care. Normal is safety yellow. And that's the difference is sitting right beside it, and it's safety yellow.
What are you looking at?
This is for the monorail system at Joe P.
Just safety yellow sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. There's your decision.
I told you that dragging him around with this.
I know. Me and Dan and I talked on the phone for, I don't know, 15 minutes before I sent him the email that said, this is what we're going with. He goes, how'd you get that quick?
Yeah.
So emailed Chris.
So you go update that schedule?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I think we've got everything out.
Yep. That's everything. Excellent.